Proceed, Solinus, to procure my fall, and by the doom of death end woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, plead no more. I'm not partial to infringe our laws. It hath in solemn synods been decreed, both by the Syracusans and ourselves, to admit no traffic to our adverse towns. Nay, more, if any born at Ephesus be seen at any Syracusan marts and fairs, again, if any Syracusan born come to the bay of Ephesus, he dies. His goods confiscate to the dukes dispose, unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore by law thou art condemned to die.
Yet this is my comfort. When your words are done, my woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusans, say in brief the cause why thou departst from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. In Syracuse was I born, and wed unto a woman. Happy, but for me and by me had not our hap been bad. With her I lived in joy, our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made to Epidamnum, till my factor's death, and the great care of goods at random left, drew me from kind embracements of my spouse, for whom my absence was not 6 months old, had made provision for her following me, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, that she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons, and, which was strange, the one so like the other as could not be distinguished but by names. That very hour, and in the self-same inn, a meaner woman was delivered of such a burden, male twins, both alike. Those, for their parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to attend my sons. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return. A league from Epidamnum had we sailed, before the always wind-obeying deep gave any tragic instance of our harm, but longer did we not retain much hope. And this it was, for other means was none. The sailors sought for safety by our boat, and left the ship then sinking right to us. My wife, more careful for the latter born, had fastened him unto a small spare mast, such as seafaring men provide for storms. To him one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been like he full of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves at either end the mast, and floating straight, obedient to the stream, was carried towards Corinth, as we thought. At length the sun, gazing upon the earth, dispersed those vapours that offended us, and by the benefit of his wished light, the seas waxed calm, and we discovered two ships far amain to us, of Corinth that, and Epidaurus this. But ere they came...
Nay, forward, old man, do not break off so, for we may pity, though not pardon thee.
Oh, had the gods done so, I had not now worthily termed them merciless to us. For ere the ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock, which being violently borne upon our helpful ship, was splitted in the mist, so that in this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left of both of us alike what to delight in, what to sorrow for. Her part, poor soul, seeming as burdened with lesser weight, but not with lesser woe, was carried with more speed before the wind, and in our sight they 3 were taken up by fishermen of Corinth, as we thought. At length another ship had seized on us, and knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave healthful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and therefore homeward did they bend their course. Thus have you heard me, severed from my bliss. My misfortunes was my life prolonged, to tell sad stories of mine own mishaps.
And for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favour to dilate it full. What hath befallen of them and thee till now?
My youngest boy, and yet my eldest care, at 18 years became inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me that his attendant, so his case was like, recked of his brother, but retained his name, might bear him company in the quest of him, whom whilst I laboured of a love to see, I hazarded the loss of whom I loved. But here must end the story of my life, and happy where I, in my timely death, could all my troubles warrant me may live.
Oh, hapless Aegean, whom the fates have marked to bear the extremity of dire mishap. Now trust me, were it not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, which princes would they may not disannul, my soul would sue as advocate for thee. But though thou art adjudged to the death, and passed sentence may not be recalled, but to our honour's great disparagement, yet I will favour thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I'll limit thee this day to seek thy life by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus, beg thou or borrow to make up the sum, and live. If not, then thou art doomed to die. Jailer, take him into thy custody.
I will, my lord.
Hopeless and helpless doth Aegean wend, but to procrastinate his lifeless end.
Therefore, give you out you are of Epidamnum, lest that your goods too soon be confiscated. This very day a Syracusan merchant is apprehended for arrival here, and not to being able to buy out his life, according to the statute of the town, died ere the weary sun set in the west. There is your money that I had to keep.
Go, bear it to the centaur, where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till that, I'll view the manners of the town, for with long travel I am stiff and weary. Get thee away.
Many a man would take you at your word, and go indeed.
Trusty villain, sir, that very oft when I am dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humour with his merry jests. What, will you walk with me about the town, then go to my inn and dine with me?
Please you, I'll meet with you upon the mart, and afterward consort you till bedtime. My present business calls me from you now.
Farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down to view the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content commends me to the thing I cannot get. I to the world am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop, who, falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I, to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them, unhappy, lose myself. What now? How chance thou art returned so soon?
Returned so soon? Rather approached too late. The capon burns, a pig falls from the split, the cock has struck 12 upon the bell. The mistress laid her one upon the cheek. She is so hot because, the mead is cold. The mead is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach, having broke your fast.
Stop in your wind, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money I gave you?
Oh, 6pence that I'd last one today to pay the saddler for the mushroom scrub, but the saddler had it. I kept it not.
I am not in a sport of humour now. Tell me and dally not, where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you, sir, as you sit at dinner, I from my mistress come to you in post. If I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will score your fault upon my pate.
Come, Dromio, come. These jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir. Oh, why, you gave no gold to me.
Come on, sir knave, have done your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was but to fetch you from the mart home to your house. The phoenix are to dinner. My mistress and her sister stays for you.
In what safe place you have bestowed my money, or I shall break that merry sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I am undisposed. Where is the 1,000 marks thou hadst of me?
I have some mark of yours upon my pate, some of my mistress marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both.
Thy mistress, mark? What mistress, slave, hast thou?
Your worship wife, my mistress at the Phoenix, she that doth fast till you come home to dinner and prays that you will hie you home to dinner.
What, wilt thou flout me thus to my face, being forbid? There, take you that, sir knave.
What mean you, sir? For God's sake, hold your hands. Nan, you will not, sir. I take my heels.
Upon my life, by some device or other, the villain is all wrought of all my money. They say this town is full of cozenage and nimble jugglers that deceive the eye. If it proves so, I will be gone the sooner. I'll to the centaur to go seek this slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned, that in such haste I sent to seek his master. Sure, Luciana, it is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him, and from the mart he's somewhere gone to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty.
Why should their liberty than ours be more?
Because their business still lies out of the door.
Look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh, no, he's the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
Why, Headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. There's nothing situate under heaven's eye, but hath his bound in earth and sea and sky. The beasts, the fishes, and the winged fowls are their mouths as subjects and at their controls. Men, more divine, the masters of all these, are masters to their females and their lords. And let your will attend on their accords.
This servitude makes you to keep unwed.
Not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sway.
Ere I learn to love, I'll practice to obey.
How if your husband start some other where?
Till he come home, I would forbear.
Patience unmoved, no marvel though she pause, they can be meek that have no other cause. A wretched soul, bruised with adversity, we bid be quiet when we hear it cry. But were we burdened with like weight of pain, as much or more would we ourselves complain. So thou, that hast no unkind mate to grieve thee, with urging helpless patience wouldst relieve me. But if thou live to see like right bereft, this fool-begged patience in thee will be left.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Ah, here comes your man, your husband. Now your husband is nigh.
Say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's at two hands with me, that my 2 ears can witness.
Say, didst thou speak with him? Knowst thou his mind?
Aye, he told me his mind upon mine ear. Be sure it was hand, I could scarce understand it.
Spake he so doubtfully thou couldst not feel his meaning?
Nay, he struck me so plainly, I could too feel well his. Oh, his blows, and withal so doubtfully that I could scarce understand them.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath great care to please his wife.
Why, mistress, sure my master is horn mad.
Oh. Horn mad, thou villain?
I mean, not cuckold mad, but sure, he's stark mad. When I desired him to come home for dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. "'Tis dinner time," quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "Your meat doth burn," quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "Will you come home?" quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "Will you come home?" quoth he. Quoth I, "My gold," quoth he. "Where's the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain?" "The pig," quoth I, "is burned." "My gold," quoth he. "My mistress," quoth I. "Hang up thy mistress! I know not thy mistress." "Thou on thy mistress!"
Quoth who?
Well, quoth my master. "I know," quoth he, "no house, no wife, no mistress, so that my errand do unto my tongue." I thank him. I bear home upon my shoulders. From conclusion, he did beat me there.
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch him home.
Go back again, and be new beaten home. For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I will break thy pate across.
And he will bless that cross with another beating. Between you, I shall have a holy head.
Hence, prating peasant, fetch thy master home.
I am so round with you as you with me, that like a football you do spurn me thus. You spurn me hence, and they will spurn me hither. If in the last of this service you must case me in leather.
Fie, how impatience loureth in your face.
His company must do his minions grace, whilst I at home starve for a merry look. Hath homely age the alluring beauty took from my poor cheek? Then he hath wasted it. Are my discourses dull, barren my wit? If voluble and sharp discourse be marred, unkindness blunts it more than marble hard. Do their gay vestments his affections bait? That's not my fault. He's master of my state. What ruins are in me that can be found by him not ruined? Then is he the ground of my defeatures.
Self-harming jealousy, fie, beat it hence.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage elsewhere, or else what lets it but he would be here? Sister, you know he promised me a chain. Would that alone he would detain, so he would keep fair quarter with his bed. I see the jewel best enameled will use his beauty, yet the gold bides still, that others touch, and often touching will wear gold. And no man that hath a name by falsehood and corruption doth it shame. Since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away, and weeping die.
Oh, the gold I gave to Dromio is laid up safe at the centaur, and the heedful slave has wandered forth in care to seek me out, by computation and mine host's report. How now, sir? Is your merry humour altered? As you love strokes, so jest with me again. You know no centaur, you receive no gold. Your mistress sent me home to dinner. My house was the Phoenix. Was thou mad that thou dost so madly did answer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour since.
I did not see you since you sent me hence, home to the centaur, with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold's receipt, and toldst me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou felt'st I was displeased.
I'm glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest? I pray you, master, tell me.
Yea, dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Think'st thou I jest? Hold. Take thou that, and that, and that.
Oh, hold, sir, for God's sake. Now your jest is earnest. Upon what bargain do you give it me?
Because that I familiarly sometimes do use you for my fool and chat with you, your sauciness will jest upon my love. If you will jest with me, know my aspect, and fashion your demeanor to my looks. Or I will beat this method in your sconce.
But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why, first, for flouting me, and then, wherefore, for urging it the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir, for what?
Marry, sir, for this something that you gave me for nothing.
Well, I'll make you amends next, to give you nothing for something. Well, sir, learn to jest in good time. There's a time for all things. The soft, who wafts us yonder?
I, Antipholus, look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath thy sweet aspects. I am not Adriana, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou, unurged, wouldst vow that never words were music to thine ear, that never object pleasing in thine eye, that never touch well welcome to thy hand, that never meat sweet savoured in thy taste, unless I spake, or looked, or touched, or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband? Oh, how comes it that thou art thus estranged from thyself? Thyself, I call it, being strange to me, that undividable, incorporate, and better than thy dear self's better part. Do not tear thyself away from me, as take from me thyself, and not me too. How dearly would it touch me to the quick, shouldst thou but hear I were licentious, and that this body consecrate to thee by ruffian lust should be contaminate. Wouldst thou not spit at me, and spurn at me, and hurl the name of husband in my face, and tear the stained skin off my harlot brow, and from my false hand cut the wedding ring, and break it with a deep divorcing vow? I know thou canst, and therefore see thou do it. I am possessed with an adulterate blot. My blood is mingled with the crime of lust. For if we two be one, and thou play false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh, being strumpeted by thy contagion. Keep then far league and truce with thy true bed. I live unstained, thou undishonored.
Plead thou to me, fair dame. I know you not. In Ephesus I am but 2 hours old. Strange unto your town as to your talk, who every word, by all my wit being scanned, want wit all in one word to understand.
Why, brother? How the world has changed with you! When were you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Dromio home to dinner.
By Dromio?
By me?
By thee, and this thou didst return from him, that he did buffet thee, and in his blows denied my house for his, me for his wife.
Did thou converse so with his gentlewoman? What is the course and drift of your compact?
I, sir? I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest. For even her very words didst thou deliver to me on the mart.
I never spake with her in all my life.
How could she thus call us then by our names, unless it be by inspiration?
How ill agrees it with your gravity to counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, abetting him to thwart me in my mood. Be it my wrong you are from me exempt, but wrong not that wrong with a more contempt. Come, I will fasten on this sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband, I a vine.
To me she speaks. She moves me for her theme. What, was I married to her in a dream? Or sleep I now and think I hear all this? What error drives our eyes and ears amiss? Until I know this sure uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Dromio, go bind the servants' spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beads, I cross me for a sinner.
Why pratest thou to thyself and answerest not? Dromio, thou drone, thou snail, thou slug, thou sot.
I am transformed, master, am I not?
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
Nay, master, both in mind and in my shape.
Thou hast thine own form.
No, I am an ape.
If thou art changed to aught, 'tis to an ass.
'Tis true, she rides me, and I long for grass. 'Tis so, I am an ass, else it could never be, but I should know her as well as she knows me.
Come, come, no longer will I be a fool to put the finger in the eye and weep, whilst master and man laugh my woes to scorn. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Husband, I'll dine above with you today, and shrive you of 1,000 idle pranks. Sarah, if any ask you for your master, say he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Come, sister, Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell? I'll say as they say, and persever so, and in this mist all adventures go.
Master, shall I be porter at the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, lest I break your pate.
Come, come, Antipholus, we dine too late.
Good Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife is shrewish when I keep not hours, but here's a villain that would face me down. He met me on the mart, and that I beat him, and charged him with 1,000 marks in gold, and that I did deny my wife and house. Thou drunkard, thou, what didst thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know, that you beat me at the mart. I have your hand to show.
I think thou art an ass.
Marry so, it doth appear by the wrongs I suffer and blows I beat.
You're sad. Signor Balthazar, pray God our cheer may answer my good will and your good welcome here.
I hold your dainties cheap, sir, and you're welcome, dear.
Oh, Signor Balthazar, either at flesh or fish, a table full of welcome makes scarce one dainty dish.
Good meat, sir, is common, that every churl affords.
But soft, my door is locked. Go bid let them in.
Maud, Bridget, Mary, and Cecile, Gillian! Good!
Mome, malt horse, capon, coxcomb, idiot, patch. Either get thee from the door, or sit down at the hatch. Dost thou conjure for wenches, that thou call'st for such store? When one is too many, go, get thee from the door.
Patch is made our porter. My master stays in the street.
Let him walk from whence he came, lest he catch cold on's feet.
Who talks within there? Oh, open the door!
Right, sir, I'll tell you when, and you tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? For my dinner. I have not dined today.
Nor today here you must not. Come again when you may.
What art thou that keepest me from out the house I owe?
The porter for this time, sir, and my name is Dromio.
Oh, villain! Thou hast stolen mine office and my name, the one that ne'er got me credit, the other mickle blame.
Who is that at the door that keeps all this noise?
By my troth, your town is troubled with unruly boys.
Are you there, wife? You might have come before.
Your wife, sir knave. Go, get you from the door.
He is neither cheer, sir, nor welcome. We would fain have either.
In debating which was best, we shall part with neither.
Stand at the door, master. Bid them welcome hither.
There is something in the wind that we cannot get in.
You would say so, master, if your garments were thin. Your cake there is warm within. You stand here in the cold. It would make a man mad as a buck to be so bought and sold.
Go fetch me something. I'll break ope the gate.
Break any breaking here, and I'll break your knave's pate.
A man may break a word with you, sir, and your words are but wind. I can break it in your face, so we break it not behind.
It seems thou wants breaking. Out upon thee, hind.
Here's too much. Out upon thee. I pray thee, let me in.
Aye, when fowls have no feathers and fish have no fin.
Well, I'll break in. Go borrow me a crow.
Crow without feather? Master, mean you so? For a fish without a fin, there's a fowl without a feather. If a crow help us in, sirrah, we'll pluck a crow together.
Go, get thee gone. Fetch me an iron crow.
Oh, have patience, sir. Oh, let it not be so. Herein you wage war against your reputation and draw within the compass of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. Once this, your long experience of her wisdom, her sober virtue, years, and modesty, plead on her part some cause to you unknown. And doubt not, sir, but she will well excuse why at this time the doors are made against you. Be ruled by me. Depart in patience, and let us to the tiger all to dinner. Yeah. And about evening, come yourself alone to know the reason of this strange restraint. If by strong hand you offer to break in now, in the stirring passage of day, a vulgar comment will be made of it, and that's supposed by the common route against your yet ungalled estimation, that may with foul intrusion enter in and dwell upon your grave when you are dead. For slander lives upon succession, forever housed where it gets possession.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and, in despite of mirth, mean to be merry. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, wild and yet too gentle. There will we dine. This woman that I mean, my wife, but I protest without desert, hath oftentimes upbraided me withal. To her will we to dinner. Get you home, and fetch the chain. By this I know 'tis made. Bring it, I pray you, to the Porpentine, for there's the house. That chain will I bestow, be it for nothing but to spite my wife, upon my hostess there. Good sir, make haste. Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll disdain me.
I'll meet you at that place some hour hence.
Do so. This jest shall cost me some expense.
It may be that you have quite forgot a husband's office. Shall Antipholus, even in the spring of love, thy love springs rot? Shall love in building grow so ruinous? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake use her with more kindness, or if you like elsewhere, do it in stealth. Muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Let not my sister read it in your eye. Be not thy tongue thy own shame's orator. Look sweet, be fair, become disloyalty. What simple thief brags of his own attaint? This double wrong, too truant with your bed, and let her read it in thy looks at board. Alas, poor women, make us but believe, being compact of credit, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, and you may move us. Then, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain, when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else I know not, nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me then, into your power I'll yield. But if that I am I, then well I know your weeping sister is no wife of mine. Nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline. Oh, train me not, sweet mermaid, with thy note to drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing, siren, for thyself, and I will dote. Spread o'er the silver waves thy ebony hairs, and as a bed I'll take them, and there lie. And in that glorious supposition thinks he gains by death that hath such means to die. Let love, being light, be drowned if she sink.
What? Are you mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but mated. How, I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, fair sun being by.
Gaze where you should, and that will clear your sight.
As good to wink, sweet love, as look on night.
Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister's sister.
That's my sister.
No, it is thyself, mine own self's better part. Mine eye's clear eye, my dear heart's dearer heart. My food, my fortune, and my sweet hope's aim. My soul earth's heaven, and my heaven's claim.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself sister sweet, for I am thee. Thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband, yet nor I a wife. Give me thy hand.
Soft air hold you still. I'll fetch my sister to get her goodwill.
Now, Dromio, why runst thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio, thou art my man, thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What woman's man? And how besides thyself? Besides thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself, I am due to a woman, one that claims me, one that haunts me, one that will have me.
What claim lays she to thee?
Marry, sir, such a claim as you would lay to your horse, and she would have me as a beast, being a very beastly creature that lays claim to me.
What is she?
A reverent body, aye, such a one as a man may not speak of without he say, Sir Reverence. I have but lean luck in the match, and yet she is a wondrous fat marriage.
No, how does that mean a fat marriage?
Marry, sir, she's a kitchen wench, and all grease. And I know not what use to put her to, but to make a lamp of her and run from her by her own light. I warrant her rags and the tallow in them will burn a Poland winter. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What's her name?
Nell, sir, but her name and 3/4, that's an L and 3/4, will not measure her from hip to hip.
Then she bears some breadth.
No longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She is spherical like a globe. I could find out countries in her. To conclude, this drudge or diviner laid claim to me, called me DROMIO, swore I was assured to her, told me of what privy marks I had about me, as the mark of my shoulder, the mole in my neck, the great wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as a witch, and I think if my breast had not been made of faith and my heart of steel, she had transformed me to a curtal dog and made me turn in the wheel.
Go, hie thee presently, post to the road. And if the wind blow any way from shore, I will not harbour in this town tonight. If any bark put forth, come to the mart, where I will walk till thou return to me. If everyone knows this, and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge back and be gone.
As from a bear a man would run for life, so fly I from her that would be my wife.
There's none but witches do inhabit here. Therefore 'tis high time that I were hence. She that doth call me husband, even my soul doth for a wife abhor. But her fair sister, possessed with such a gentle sovereign grace, of such enchanting presence and discourse, hath almost made me a traitor to myself. But, lest myself be guilty to self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid's song.
Master Antipholus.
Aye, that's my name.
Oh, I know it well, sir. Lo, here is the chain.
Huh. What is your will that I should do with this?
What please yourself, sir? I have made it for you.
Really for me, sir? I bespoke it not.
Not once, not twice, nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it and please your wife withal. And soon at supper time, I'll visit you and then receive my money for the chain.
I pray you, sir, receive the money now, for fear you ne'er see the chain nor money more.
You are merry, sir. Fare you well.
What I should think of this, I cannot tell. This I think, there's no man so vain that would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see a man here needs not live by shifts, and in the streets he meets such golden gifts. Now, I'll to the mart. There for Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straight away.
You know, since Pentecost, the sum is due. Therefore, make present satisfaction, or I'll attach you by this officer.
Even just the sum that I do owe you is growing to me by Antipholus. And in the instant that I met with you, he had of me a chain. At 5 o'clock, I shall receive the money for the same. Please, if you walk with me down to his house, I will discharge my bond and thank you.
That labor may you save. See where he comes.
While I go to the goldsmith's house, go thou and buy a rope's end. That will I bestow among my wife and her confederates, for locking me out of my doors by day. But soft. I see the goldsmith. Get thee gone. Buy thou a rope and bring it home to me.
I buy £1,000 a year. Ugh, I buy rope.
The man is well holp up that trusts to you. I promised your presence and the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me.
Saving your merry humor, here's the note how much your chain weighs to the utmost carat, the finest of the gold, and chargeful fashion, with doth amount to 3 old ducats more than I stand debted to this gentleman. I pray you, see him presently discharged, for he is bound to see and stays but for it.
I am not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Good signor, take the stranger to my house, and with you take the chain, and bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I will be there as soon as you.
Then you will bring the chain to her yourself?
No, bear it with you, lest I come not time enough.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
If I have not, sir, I hope you have, or else you may return without your money.
Oh, nay, come. I pray you, sir, give me the chain.
The hour steals on. I pray you, sir, dispatch.
No, you hear how he importunes me. The chain.
Why, give it to my wife and fetch your money.
Come, come. You know I gave it. You even now.
Fie. Now you run this humor out of breath. Where's the chain? I pray you, let me see it.
You know I gave it to you half an hour since.
You gave me none. You wrong me much to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit.
Well, officer, arrest him at my suit.
I do, and charge you in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I attach you by this officer.
Consent to pay thee that I never had. Ha! Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Okay, here is thy fee. Arrest him, officer. I would not spare my brother in this case, if he should scorn me so apparently.
I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit.
I do obey thee till I give thee bail.
Master, there is a bark of epidamnum that stays but till her owner comes aboard, and then, sir, she bears away. Our fraughtage, sir, I have conveyed aboard, and I have bought the oil, the balsamum, and aquavitae. The ship is in her trim, the merry wind blows fair from land. They stay for naught at all, but for the owner, master, and yourself.
How now? A madman? Why, thou peevish sheep, what ship of Epidamnon stays for me?
A ship you sent me to hire waftage.
Thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a rope, and told thee to what purpose and what end.
You sent me for a rope's end as soon. You sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark.
I will debate this measure at more leisure, and teach your ears to list me with more heed. To Adriana, villain, hie thee straight. Give her this key. Tell her in the desk that's covered o'er with Turkish tapestry, there is a purse of ducats. Let her send it. Tell her I am arrested in the streets, and that shall bail me. Hie thee, slave, be gone. Oh, on, officer, to prison till it come.
To Adriana, that is where we dined, where Dowsabel did claim me for her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their masters' minds fulfill.
Ah, Luciana, did he tempt thee so? Mightst thou perceive austerely in his eye that he did plead in earnest? Yea or no? Looked he red or pale or sad or merrily? What observation madest thou in this case of his heart's meteors tilting in his face?
First he denied you had in him no right.
He meant he did me none, the more my spite.
Then swore he that he was a stranger here.
And true he swore, though yet forsworn he were.
And I pleaded for you.
And what said he?
That love I begged for you, he begged of me.
With what persuasion did he tempt thy love?
With words that in an honest suit might move. First he did praise my beauty, then my speech.
Didst speak him fair?
Have patience, I beseech.
I cannot nor will not hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is deformed, crooked, old and sere, ill-faced, worse-bodied, shapeless everywhere, vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, unkind, stigmatical in making, worse in mind.
Who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost is wailed when it is gone.
Ah, but I think him better than I say. And yet would herein others' eyes were worse. Far from her nest the lapwing cries away. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse.
Here, go. The desk, the purse. Sweet, now make haste.
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Where is thy master, Dromio? Is he well?
No, he's in Tartar limbo, worse than hell. A devil in an everlasting garment hath him.
Why, man, what is the matter?
I do not know the matter. He is rested on the case.
What, is he arrested? Tell me at whose suit.
I know not at whose suit he is arrested well, but he's in a suit of buff which rested him, that I can tell. Will you send him, mistress, redemption, the money in his desk?
Go fetch it, sister. This I wonder at, that he, unknown to me, should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on a band?
Not on a band, but on a stronger thing. A chain, a chain.
Oh, Dromio, there's the money. Bear it straight, and bring thy master home immediately.
There's not a man I meet that doth salute me as if I were their well-acquainted friend. And every one doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some invite me, some other give me thanks for kindnesses. Some offer me commodities to buy. Even now, a tailor called me in his shop and showed me silks that he had bought for me, and therefore withal took measure of my body.
Master, here's the gold you sent me for. What? You got the picture of old Adam new apparelled?
What gold is this?
Why, sir, I brought you word an hour since that the bark expedition put forth tonight, and then were you hindered by the sergeant to tarry for the hoy delay. Here are the angels that you sent for to deliver you.
The fellow is distracted, and so am I. Here we wander in illusions. Blessed power, deliver us from hence.
Well met, Master Antipholus. I see, sir, you have found a goldsmith now. Is that the chain you promised me today?
Satan, avoid. I charge thee, tempt me not.
Master, is this Mistress Satan?
It is the devil.
Nay, she is worse. She is the devil's dam, and here she comes in the habit of a light wench. Come not near her.
Your man and your marvelous merry, sir. Will you go with me? We'll mend our dinner there.
Avoid then, fiend. What hast thou me of supping? Thou art, as you all are, sorceress. I conjure thee to leave me and be gone.
Give me the ring of wine you had at dinner. Or for my diamond, the chain you promised, then I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
Some devils ask but the parings of one's nail, a rush, a hair, a drop of blood, a pin, a nut, a cherry stone. But she, more covetous, would have a chain. Master, be wise, and if you give it her, the devil will shake her chain and fright us with it.
I pray you, sir, my ring, or else the chain. I hope you do not mean to cheat me so.
Avaunt, thou witch. Come, Dromio, let us go.
Fly pride, says the peacock, mistress, that you know.
Now, out of doubt, Antipholus is mad. Else would he never so demean himself. A ring he hath of mine worth 50 ducats, and for the same he promised me a chain. Both one and other he denies me now. The reason that I gathered. He is mad. Besides, this present instance of his rage is a mad tale he told today at dinner, of his own doors being shut against his entrance, but like his wife, acquainted with his face, on purpose shut the doors against his way. My way is now to hie home to his house and tell his wife, being lunatic, he rushed into my house and took perforce my ring away. This course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to lose.
Fear me not, man, I will not break away. I'll give thee, ere I leave thee, so much money to warrant thee as I am rested for. My wife is in a wayward mood today, and will not lightly trust the messenger that I should be attached in Ephesus. I tell you, 'twill sound harshly in her ears. Here comes my man. I think he brings the money. How now, sir? Have you that I sent for?
Is that I warn you will pay them all?
But where's the money?
Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats, villain, for a rope!
I'll serve you, sir, 500 at the rate.
To what end did I bid thee hie thee home?
To rope's end, sir, and to that I am returned.
And to that end, sir, I will welcome you.
Good sir, be patient.
Nay, 'tis for me to be patient. I am in adversity.
Good, now hold thy tongue.
Nay, rather persuade him to fold his hands.
Thou horse and senseless villain!
I would I were senseless, sir, that I might not feel your blows.
Come Go along. My wife is coming yonder.
Mistress! Oh, respice fenum, respect your end, or rather the prophecy, like the parrot be word, the rope's end.
Wilt thou still talk?
How say you now? Is not your husband mad?
His incivility confirms no less. Good Dr. Pinch, you are a conjurer. Establish him in his true sense again, and I will please you what you will demand.
Rest, how fiery and sharp he looks.
Mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
What did you say, Dr. Pinch?
Give me your hand and let me feel your pulse.
There's my hand. Let it feel your ear.
Charge thee, Satan housed within this man, to yield possession to my holy prayers, and to thy state of darkness hie thee straight. I conjure thee by all saints in heaven.
Peace, doting wizard, peace! I am not mad.
Oh, that thou wert not, poor distressed soul.
You, minion, you, are these your customers? Did this companion with the saffron face revel and feast at my house today, whilst upon me the guilty doors were shut, and I denied to enter my house?
Oh, husband, God doth know you dined at home. Where would you had remained until this time, free from these slanders and this open shame?
Dined at home? Thou villain, what sayest thou?
Sir, sooth to say, you did not dine at home.
Were not my doors locked up and I shut out?
Pretty, your doors were locked and you shut out.
And did not she herself revile me there?
Signs Fibel, she herself reviled you there.
And did not I enraged depart from thence?
In verity you did. My bones bear witness that since have felt the vigor of his rage.
Is't good to soothe him in these contraries?
It is no shame, the fellow finds his vein, and yielding to him humors well his frenzy.
Thou hast suborned the goldsmith to arrest me.
Alas, I sent you money to redeem you by Dromio here, who came in haste for it.
By me? Heart and goodwill you might, but surely, master, not a rag of money.
Went'st not thou to her for a purse of ducats?
He came to me, and I delivered it.
And I am witness with her that she did.
God and the rope maker bear me witness that I was sent for nothing but a rope.
Mistress, both man and master is possessed. I know it by their pale and deadly looks. They must be bound and laid in some dark room.
Say, wherefore didst thou lock me forth today? And why dost thou deny the bag of gold?
I did not, gentle husband, lock thee forth.
And, gentle master, I received no gold, but I confess her that we were locked out.
Dissembling villain, thou speakest false in both.
Dissembling harlot, thou art false in all.
Oh, bind him, let him not come near me.
And more company, the fiend is strong in this one.
Ay me, poor man, how pale and wan he looks.
What? Will you murder me? Thou jailer thou, I am thy prisoner. Wilt thou suffer them to make a rescue?
Masters, let him go. He is my prisoner, and you shall not have him.
Go bind this man, for he is frantic too.
What wilt thou do, thou peevish officer? Hast thou delight to see a wretched man do outrage and displeasure to himself?
He is my prisoner. If I let him go, the debt he owes will be required of me.
I will discharge thee ere I go from thee. Bear me forthwith unto his creditor, and knowing how the debt grows, I will pay it. Good master doctor, see him safe conveyed home to my house. Oh, most unhappy day! Go bear him hence. Sister, stay you with me. Say now, whose suit is he arrested at?
One Angelo, a goldsmith. Do you know him?
I know the man. What is the sum he owes?
200 ducats.
Say, how grows it due?
Due for a chain your husband had of him.
He did bespeak a chain for me, but had it not.
When is your husband, all enraged today, came to my house and took away my ring, the ring I saw upon his finger now, straight after did I meet with him chain?
It may be so, but I did never see it. Come, jailer, bring me where the goldsmith is. I long to know the truth hereof at large.
Oh, God, for thy mercy, they're loose again.
And come with naked swords? Let's call more help to have them bound again.
Away, they'll kill us.
Come to the Centaur, fetch our stuff from thence. I long that we were safe and sound aboard.
Faith, stay here this night. They will surely do us no harm. You saw they speak us fair, give us gold. Methinks they are such a gentle nation that, but for the mountain of mad flesh that claims marriage of me, I could find it in my heart to stay here still and turn witch.
I will not stay here tonight for all the town. Therefore away to get our stuff aboard.
I am sorry, sir, that I have hindered you. But I protest, he had the chain of me, though most dishonestly he doth deny it.
How is the man esteemed here in the city?
Of very reverend reputation, sir. Of credit infinite, highly beloved, second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth, though, at any time.
Speak softly yonder, as I think he walks.
'Tis so, and that self-chain about his neck, which he forswore most monstrously to have. Good sir, draw near to me. I'll speak to him. Signor Antipholus, I wonder much that you would put me to this shame and trouble, and not without the same scandal to yourself, with circumstances and oaths to deny this chain, which now you wear so openly, this chain you have of me. Can you deny it?
I think I had. I never did deny it.
Yes, that you did, sir, and forswore it too.
Who heard me to deny it? Or forswear it?
These ears of mine, thou knowest did hear they. Ooh, fie on thee, wretch! 'Tis pity that thou livest to walk where any honest man resort.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty against thee presently, if thou darest stand.
Oh, I dare, and do defy thee for a villain.
Hold, hurt him not, for God's sake, he is mad. Bind a Dromio too, and bear them to my house.
Run, master, run, for God's sake, take a house. This is some priory, in or we are spoiled.
Be quiet, people. Wherefore throng you hither?
To fetch my poor distracted husband hence. Let us come in, that we may bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery.
Oh, I knew he was not in his perfect wits.
This week he hath been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. But till this afternoon his passion ne'er brake into extremity of rage.
Hath he not lost much wealth by wreck of sea? Bruised some or buried some dear friend? Hath not else his eye strayed his affection in unlawful love? A sin prevailing much in youthful men who give their eyes the liberty of gazing. Which of these sorrows is he subject to?
To none of these, except it be the last, namely some love that drew him oft from home.
You should have for that reprehended him.
Why, so I did.
Aye, but not rough enough.
As roughly as my modesty would let me.
Aye, but not enough.
She never reprehended him, but mildly. When he demeaned himself rough, rude, and wildly, why bear you these rebukes, and answer not?
She did betray me to my own reproof. Good people enter and lay hold on him.
No, not a creature enters in my house.
Then let your servants bring my husband forth.
Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hands till I have brought him to his wits again, or lose my labor in assaying it.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, diet his sickness, for it is my office, and will have no attorney but myself, and therefore let me have him home with me.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have used the approved means I have, with wholesome syrups, drugs, and holy prayers, to make of him a formal man once again. It is a branch and parcel of mine oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here, and ill it doth beseem your holiness to separate the husband and the wife.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Plain unto the Duchess of this indignity.
Come, go. I will fall prostrate at her feet and never rise until my tears and prayers have won her grace to come in person hither and take perforce my husband from the abbess.
By this, I think the dial points at 5. Anon, I'm sure the Duke himself in person comes this way to the melancholy vale, the place of death and sorry execution, behind the ditches of the abbey here.
Upon what cause?
To see a reverend Syracusan merchant who put unluckily into his bay against the laws and statutes of this town, beheaded publicly for his offense.
See where they come. We will behold his death.
Kneel to the Duchess before she pass the abbey.
Yet once again proclaim it publicly, if any friend will pay the sum for him, he shall not die, so much we tender him.
Justice, most sacred Duchess, against the abbess.
She is a virtuous and a reverend lady. It cannot be that she hath done thee wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, whom I made lord of me and all I had at your important letters, this ill day a most outrageous fit of madness took him, that desperately he hurried through the street, with him his bondman, all as mad as he, doing displeasure to the citizens by rushing in their houses, bearing thence rings, jewels, anything his rage did like. Once did I get him bound and sent him home, whilst to take order for the wrongs I went, that here and there his fury had committed. Anon I wot not by what strong escape he broke from those that had the guard of him, and with his mad attendant and himself, each one with ireful passion, with drawn swords, met us again, and madly bent on us, chased us away. Till raising of more aid, we came again to bind them. Then they fled into this abbey, whither we pursued them, and here the abbess shuts the gates on us, and will not suffer us to fetch him out, nor send him forth that we may bear him hence. Therefore, most gracious Duchess, with thy command, let him be brought forth and borne hence for help.
Long since thy husband served me in my wars, and I to thee engaged a prince's word when thou didst make him master of thy bed, to do him all the grace and good I could. Go, some of you knock at the abbey gate and bid the lady abbess come to me. I will determine this before I stir.
Oh, mistress, shift and save yourself. My master and his man are both broke loose, beaten the maids a row, and bound the doctor whose beard they have singed off with brands of fire. And ever as it blazed, they threw on him great pails of puddled mire to quench the hair. My master preaches patience to him, and the while his man with scissors nicks him like a fool. I'm sure unless you send some prison to help between them, they will kill the conjurer.
Peace, fool. Thy master and his man are here, and that is false thou dost report to us.
Mistress, upon my life I tell you true. I have not breathed almost since I did see it. He cries for you and vows if he can take you to scorch your face and to disfigure you. Hark! Hark! I hear him. Mistress, fly! Be gone!
Come, stand by me, fear nothing. Guard with halberds.
Me, it is my husband. Witness you that he is borne about invisible. Even now we housed him in the abbey here, and now he's there, past thought of human reason.
Justice, most gracious Duchess, oh, grant me justice, even for the service that long since I did thee, when I bestrid thee in the wars and took deep scars to save thy life. Even for the blood that then I lost for thee, now grant me justice.
Lest the fear of death doth make me dote I see my son Antipholus and DROMIO.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there. She whom thou gavest to me to be my wife, that hath abused and dishonored me, even in the strength and height of injury. Beyond imagination is the wrong that she this day hath thus thrown on me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duchess, she shut the doors upon me, while she, with harlots, feasted in my house.
Oh, a grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, my good lord. Myself, he, and my sister today did dine together. So befall my soul, as this is false, he burdens me withal.
Ne'er may I look on day nor sleep at night, but she tells to your highness simple truth.
Oh, perjured women. They're both forsworn in this madman, and the madman justly charges them.
My liege, I am advised what I say, neither disturbed with the effect of wine, nor heady rash, provoked with raging ire, albeit my wrongs might make one wiser man. This woman locked me out this day from dinner. That goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, could witness it, for he was with me then, who parted with me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did dine together. Our dinner done, he not coming thither, I went to seek him. In that street I met him, and in his company that gentleman. There did this perjured goldsmith swear me down that I this day of him received the chain, which, God he knows, I saw not. For the which he did arrest me with an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats. He with none returned. Then fairly I bespoke the officer to go in person with me to my house. By the way, we met my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile confederates. Along with them, they brought one Pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, a mere anatomy, a mountebank, a threadbare juggler and fortune teller, a needy, hollow-eyed, sharp-looking wretch, a dead-looking man. This pernicious slave, forsooth, took on him as a conjurer, and gazing in mine eyes, feeling my pulse, with no face as 'twere outfacing me, cries out, I was possessed. Then altogether they fell upon me, bound me, bore me thence, and in a dark and dankish vault at home, there left me and my man, both bound together, till, gnawing with my teeth my bonds in sunder, I gained my freedom, and immediately ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, in truth, thus far I witnessed with him that he dined not at home, but was locked out.
But had he such a chain of you or no?
He had, my lord. And when he ran in here, these people saw the chain about his neck.
Besides, I will be sworn these ears of mine heard you confess you had the chain of him after you first forswore it in the mart. And thereupon I drew my sword on you, and then you fled into the abbey here, from whence I think you are come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls, nor ever didst thou draw thy sword on me. I never saw the chain, so help me heaven. And this is false you burden me withal.
What an intricate impeach is this? I think you all have drunk of Circe's cup. If here you housed him, here he would have been. If he were mad, he would not plead so coldly. You say he dined at home. The goldsmith here denies that saying. Sir, what say you?
Sir, he dined with her there at the Porpentine.
He did, and from my finger snatched the ring.
It is true, my liege, this ring I had of her.
Saw'st thou him enter at the abbey here?
Sure, my liege, as I do see your grace.
Why, this is strange. Go, call the abbess hither. I think you all are mated or stark mad.
My most mighty Duchess, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a friend that will save my life and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusian, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Antipholus? And is not that your bondman, Dromio?
Within this hour was his bondman, sir, but he, I thank him, gnawed my 2 corns. Now I am Dromio, his man unbonded.
I'm sure you both of you remember me.
Ourselves we do remember, sir, by you. For lately we were bound, as you are now. You're not Pinch's patient, are you?
I look you strange on me, you know me well.
I never saw you in my life till now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last, and careful hours with time's deformed hand have written strange defeatures in my face. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Romeo, nor thou?
No, trust me, sir, nor I.
I'm sure thou dost.
Aye, sure, but I am sure I do not. And whatsoever man denies, you are now bound to believe him.
Not know my voice. Oh, time's extremity has thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue in 7 short years, that here my only son knows not my feeble key of untuned cares. Though now this grained face of mine be hid in sap-consuming winter's drizzled snow, and all the conduits of my blood froze up, yet hath my night of life some memory, my wasting lamp some fading glimmer left, my dull deaf ears a little used to hear. All these old witnesses I cannot tell me that thou art my son Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since in Syracuse, boy, thou know'st we parted. Oh, but perhaps, my son, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duchess, and all that know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I never saw Syracuse in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusian, 20 years have I been patron to Antipholus, during which time he ne'er saw Syracusia. I see thy age and dangers makes thee dote.
O most mighty Duchess, behold a man much wronged.
I see 2 husbands, or mine eyes deceive me.
One of these men is genius to the other, and so of these. Which is the natural man and which the spirit? Who deciphers them?
I, sir, am Dromio. Command him away.
I, sir, am Dromio. Pray let me stay.
Gian, art thou not? Or else his ghost?
Oh, my old master, who hath bound him here?
Whoever bound him, I will loose his bonds and gain a husband by his liberty. Speak, old Adriana, if thou beest the man that hadst a wife once called Amelia, that bore thee out of burden 2 fair sons, or if thou beest the same Adrian, speak, and speak unto the same Amelia.
Or if I dream not, thou art Amelia. If thou art she, tell me, where is that son that floated with thee on the fatal raft?
By men of Epidamnon, he and I and the twin Dromio all were taken up. By and by, rude fishermen of Corinth by force took Dromio and my son from them, and me they left with those of Epidamnon. What then became of them, I cannot tell. I to this fortune that you see me in.
Oh, why, here begins his morning story right. These 2 Antipholuses, these 2 so like, and these 2 Dromios, one in semblance. Besides her urging of her wreck at sea, these are the parents to these children, which accidentally are met together. Antipholus, thou camest from Corinth first.
No, madam, not I. I came from Syracuse.
Stay, stand apart. I know not which is which.
I came from Corinth, my most gracious lady.
And I with him.
Brought to this town by that most famous warrior, Duke Menaphon, your most renowned uncle.
Which of you 2 did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are not you my husband?
No, I say nay to that.
And so do I. Yet she did call me so. And this fair gentlewoman, her sister here, did call me brother. What I told you then, I hope I shall have leisure to make good, if this be not a dream I see and hear.
That is the chain, sir, which you had of me.
I think it be, sir. I deny it not.
And you, sir, for this chain arrested me.
I think I did, sir. I deny it not.
I sent you money, sir, to be your bail, by Dromio, but I think he brought it not.
No, none by me.
This purse of ducats I received from you, and Dromio, my man, did bring them me. I see we still did meet each other's man, and I was ta'en for him, and he for me, and thereupon all these errors arose.
These ducats pawn I, for my father here.
It shall not need. Thy father hath his life.
Sir, I must have that diamond from you.
There, take it. Much thanks for my good cheer.
O renowned Duchess, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into the abbey here, and hear at large discoursed all our fortunes, and all that are assembled in this place, that by this sympathized one day's error have suffered wrong. Go keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I but gone in travail of you, my sons, until this present hour my heavy burden ne'er delivered. Oh, the Duchess, my husband and my children both, and you, the calendars of their nativity. Go to a gossip's feast and go with me. After so long grief, such festivity.
With all my heart, I'll gossip at this feast.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from shipboard?
Dromio, what stuff of mine hast thou embarked?
Your goods that lay at host, sir, in the centaur.
He speaks to me. I am your master, Dromio. Come, go with us. We'll look to that anon. Embrace thy brother here. Rejoice with him.
There is a fat friend at your master's house that kitchened me for you today at dinner. She now shall be my sister, not my wife.
Methinks you are my glass and not my brother. I see by you I am a sweet-faced youth. Will you walk in to see their gossiping?
Not I, sir. You are my elder.
Oh, that's a question. How shall we try it?
We'll cut draws. We'll draw cuts for the senior. Till then, lead thou first.
Nay, then thus. We came into this world like brother and brother. Now let's go hand in hand, not one before another.
Yay! Cameras on, curtain call, yay! Virtual bows, virtual bows, yay! Ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing cast we had for you tonight. Thank you for joining us, lads and gents. We will be back next week for Two Gentlemen of Verona. We are, let's see, 3 shows away from the end of the canon. Yay! Everyone have a good night. Thank you for